Haribo
Hari.
is the Purnima, full moon day.
Today is the Purnima, the full moon day.
The appearance of Madhavendra Puri
The appearance of Madhavendra Puri
and Srinivas Acharya
and Srinivas Acharya
and Lord Buddha, is it? Huh? Buddha Purnima,
and Buddha Purnima,
the avatar of Lord Buddha.
the avatar of Lord Buddha.
So today is a very special day,
So today, special day,
and any donation given today, any service today,
any service done today,
you get 100 times the benefit.
you get 100 times the benefit.
This is the last day of the month of Vaishak,
Day of the month of Vaishak,
and this is a very sacred day, Purnima.
and this is a very sacred day of Purnima.
We just heard that a lot of devotees in Bangladesh,
We just heard that a lot of devotees in Bangladesh,
about 1,300 families,
about 1,300 families,
are without any arrange some relief to send to them.
so we are trying to arrange some relief to send to them.
Some of the temples in Bangladesh or India,
Some of the temples in Bangladesh or India,
some of the tribal devotees,
some of the tribal devotees,
they're also in great need.
they're also in great need.
And then we are distributing prasada here in the Navadvip Dham,
We're distributing prasadam here in the Navadvip Dham,
and through their kind donations, we're now able to increase our prasad distribution.
and through your kind donation, able to increase the prasadam distribution.
We just have to work out the logistics,
The logistics,
what seems we could about 40%.
but it seems we can increase about 40%.
So I think all help,
So I thank all the devotees for their help.
and so now
Lord Chaitanya awards the gift of love of Krishna to an astrologer.
Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila.
জ্যোতিষীকে প্রভুর নিজ পূর্ব পরিচয় জিজ্ঞাসা। আর দিনে জ্যোতিষী এক সর্বজ্ঞ আইল, তাহারে সম্মান করি প্রভু প্রশ্ন কইল। অনুভাষ্য।
And put this question before him. Purport. Brahmanas generally used to become astrologers, Ayurvedic physicians, teachers, and so highly learned and respectable. Such Brahmanas went from door to door to distribute their knowledge. A Brahmana would first go to a householder's home to give information about the functions to be performed or about their past, present, and future. Although the Brahmana appeared at Lord Chaitanya's house as a beggar, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received him with great respect because he was a qualified Brahmana who knew the astrological science perfectly. Although Brahmanas would go door to door, they were honored as very respectable guests. When we were children, such Brahmanas would visit like humble beggars, present and future, could ordinarily cure all kinds of diseases simply by giving instructions and some medicine. Thus, no one was bereft of the benefit of a first-class physician, astrologer, and priest. The important members of ISKCON should give careful attention to our Dallas school, where children are being taught Sanskrit and English to become perfect Brahmanas. if they are actually trained as perfect Brahmanas, they can save society from rogues and ruffians. Indeed, people can live happily under the protection of qualified Brahmanas. Therefore, the Bhagavad Gita 4.13 gives special stress to the division of society. Chaturvarnya maya system guna karma vibhagasaha. Unfortunately, some people are now claiming to be Brahmanas simply by birthright, with no qualifications. Therefore, the entire society is in chaos.
So you can see how the Brahmanas in society were providing very essential services.
So you can see how the Brahmanas in society were providing very essential services.
And they brought the to the householders. You have physicians
Now they have physicians
who are not having the qualities of Brahmanas.
who are not having the qualities of Brahmanas.
And also they charge a lot.
And also they charge a lot.
So in this way, society is, as Prabhupada said,
In this way, the society is, as Prabhupada said,
chaos.
in chaos.
And that people cannot get medical help
And people are,
unless they're wealthy.
unless they are,
In some countries of the world, they have free medical service.
in some countries of the world, they have free medical service.
But here you see the Brahmanas would offer like first aid.
We see that the Brahmanas would offer first aid house to house.
And tell the people how to observe a particular festival.
They would tell the people how to observe a festival,
And they'd also be expert astrologers.
and they would also be expert astrologers.
আমি কহ গণি গণিতে লাগিলা সর্বজ্ঞ আপনি। অদ্যাপি পূর্ববঙ্গে
Please tell me who I was in my previous birth. The Lord said, please tell me by your astrological computations. Hearing the words of the Lord, the astrologer immediately began to calculate. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Through astrology, one can know past, present, and future. Modern Western astrologers have no knowledge of the past or future, nor can they perfectly say anything about the present. Herein we find, however, that after hearing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order, the astrologer immediately began his calculations. This was not a facade. This is not a facade. He actually knew how to ascertain one's past life through astrology. A still existing treatise called the Bhrigu Samhita describes a system by which anyone can immediately get information about what he was in the past and what he is going to be in the future. The Brahmanas who went door to door as if beggars had perfect command of such vast knowledge. Thus the highest knowledge was easily available even to the poorest man in society. The poorest man could inquire from an astrologer about his past, present, and future, with no need for business agreements or exorbitant payments. The Brahmana would give him all the benefit of his knowledge without asking remuneration, and the poor man in return would offer a handful of rice or anything he had in his possession to satisfy the Brahmana. In a perfect human society, perfect knowledge in any science, medical, astrological,
ecclesiastical,
ecclesiastical, and so on, is available even to the poorest man, with no anxiety over payment. In the present day, however, no one can get justice, medical treatment, astrological help, or ecclesiastical enlightenment without money. And since people are generally poor, they are bereft of the benefits of all these great sciences.
So you can see how the Vedic society provided facilities to all the people.
So we can see how the Vedic society offered facilities to all the people,
no matter how poor they were.
no matter how poor they were.
And the Brahmanas lived very simply, and they would accept whatever was offered to them.
The Brahmanas would very simply accept what was offered to them.
They lived very simply.
The Brahmanas would live very simply and accept what was offered to them.
If a person was wealthy, he may remunerate the Brahmanas adequately.
If a person was wealthy, he may remunerate the Brahmanas very amply.
But the Brahmanas would go even to the poor people or poor.
Rich or poor.
And they accept whatever remuneration was offered.
And accept whatever remuneration was offered.
জ্যোতিষীর প্রভুকে পরমেশ্বর জ্ঞান গণি ধ্যানে দেখে সর্বজ্ঞ মহাজ্যোতির্ময় অনন্ত বৈকুণ্ঠ ব্রহ্মাণ্ড সবারও আশ্রয়.
Through calculation and meditation, the all-knowing astrologer saw the greatly effulgent body of the Lord, which is the resting place of all the unlimited Vaikuntha planets. Purport. Here we get some information of the Vaikuntha world or spiritual world. Vaikuntha means without anxiety. In the material world, everyone is full of anxiety, but another world where there is no anxiety is described in the Bhagavad Gita 8:20. Parastasmatu bhavanyo vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha yassa sarveshu bhuteshu yatsu na vinashyati. Yet there is another unmanifest nature, which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme. There are many planets within the material world. There are many millions of planets called the Vaikuntha Lokas in the spiritual world. All these Vaikuntha Lokas or superior planets rest on the effulgence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagaranda Koti, Brahma Samhita 540. The Brahman effulgence emanating from the body of the Supreme Lord creates innumerable planets in both the spiritual and material worlds. Thus, these planets are creations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The astrologer saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be the very same personality of Godhead. We can just imagine how learned he was, yet he was traveling door to door just like an ordinary beggar for the highest benefit of human society.
So here the Vaikuntha Loka, or the spiritual world, is being revealed.
Here, the Vaikuntha world or the spiritual world is being revealed.
Now we're having
The coronavirus pandemic,
and the Supreme Court said that maybe more people will be killed by the anxiety.
and the Supreme Court said that maybe so this material world is the place of anxiety,
Everyone suffers birth, death, old age, and disease.
where everyone suffers birth, death, old age, and disease.
But in the spiritual world, it's eternal and nobody dies, nobody has disease, nobody gets old.
In the spiritual world, it is eternal. No one dies, no one has disease, no one gets old,
Therefore there's no birth.
and therefore there's no birth.
So we're meant to live in the eternal spiritual world.
We are meant to live in the eternal spiritual world.
Somehow we have ended up in this material world.
Somehow we have ended up in this material world,
Which is due to our misuse of our independence.
This is due to the misuse of our independence.
This astrologer, you can see that Lord Chaitanya was the support of the material and spiritual universes.
This astrologer, he could see that Lord Chaitanya was the support of the material and spiritual universes.
পরম তত্ত্ব পরব্রহ্ম পরম ঈশ্বর দেখি প্রভুর মূর্তি সর্বজ্ঞ হইল ফাপর।
Seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be the same absolute truth, the supreme Brahman, the personality of Godhead, the astrologer was confused. Purport. Herein it is clearly indicated that the absolute truth, the supreme Brahman, is, in the ultimate issue, the supreme personality of Godhead. Therefore, a person is the beginning of all things, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 10:8, Mattas sarvam pravartate. Everything begins from the supreme personality of Godhead. The supreme Lord is the supreme living entity. Therefore, whatever exists, whether matter or spirit, is all but
TOVP West Wing
in the TOVP West Wing,
Planetarium,
Temple of Vedic Planetarium,
West Wing.
West Wing.
We are on the Vedic version of the cosmology.
We are having different exhibits on the Vedic version of the cosmology
and showing how life comes from life.
and showing how life comes from life
Matter also comes from life.
and matter also comes from life.
The scientist's theory is that somehow accidentally matter creates life.
The scientist theory is that somehow accidentally matter creates life.
But that's not proven at all.
But that is not proven at all.
If you give the scientists all the chemicals,
If you give a scientist all the chemicals,
and I'll produce life. I'll produce life.
I'll produce life.
Now,
Now,
I can't do it.
he can't do it.
I can't even make a one cell.
He cannot even make one cell.
One cell, if you look at it close up,
One cell, if you look at it close up,
it has so many parts, so many things
It has so many parts, so many things.
And like the coronavirus now,
Like the coronavirus now.
what is the treatment? What is the vaccine?
To figure out what is the treatment, what is the vaccine.
Also found out that this disease exists in bats.
But they also found out that
Some people eat bats. Unfortunately, the modern people don't know how
unfortunately the modern people don't
is created and sustained and destroyed by the
struck with wonder. The astrologer remained unable to speak. When the Lord again put the question before him, he replied as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, full of all opulences.
দুর্বিজ্ঞ নিত্যানন্দ তোমার স্বরূপ
You are now the same personality of God in your previous birth. Your identity is inconceivable, eternal happiness. By the power of astrological science, one can even ascertain the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everything is identified by its symptoms. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is identified by the symptoms mentioned. Anyone and everyone can become God. Proof from the Shastras.
personality got it.
So the astrologer, he was seeing that Lord Chaitanya was the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Actually, his maternal grandfather, Nilambar Chakravarti,
Actually, his maternal grandfather, Nilambar Chakravarti,
he said he should have the name Vishwambar,
he said he should have the name Vishwambhar,
who holds the entire universe, which match predictions.
you should have the symptoms.
And in the last part of the Kali Yuga,
In the Shastras, it is mentioned that it is the last incarnation of Godhead and comes at the last part of the Kala.
and
130,000 years after this.
someone asked him, okay, you say you're Kali all the time,
So someone asked him, so you say you're Kalki avatar,
but he's supposed to come after 427,000 years.
but he's supposed to come after 427,000 years.
Aren't you a little off time? Aren't you a little off time?
Aren't you a little off time?
He said, well, I may not be Kali Avatar, but I am an avatar.
And he said, I may not be Kalki avatar, but I am an avatar.
So, like that in Kali Yuga, some people claim to be
Like that in Kali Yuga, some people
nothing, no, they don't match the predictions of the scripture.
but they are nothing exceptional and they don't match the predictions of the scripture.
So,
Announce that Guru Maharaj will be back in 2 minutes. Announce. He'll be back.
প্রভু নিজ গোপ পরিচয় প্রদান প্রভু হাসি বইলা তুমি কি না জানিলা পূর্বে আমি আছিলাম জাতিতে গোয়ালা
Oh, very clearly what I want that in my previous birth, bird boy.
Zoom meeting. The last day of this Vaisak month, 100 times benefit. And as all of you know, that this is the Guru Maharaj page. Only in this we are announcing personal instructions that he has received from Srila Prabhupada. So, as all of us know, Srila Prabhupada has ordered him simply sending an what do you call? Well, last day, let's see who is taking 100 times. Chinese devotee Sundar Chaitanya, 108 Bhagavad Gita, and Raghunath Padadas Kul. So, as a blessings to these wonderful devotees, which manifest 100 times more today, let's all chant loudly. God.
Hold on.
When
Huh?
I read this translation.
গোপগৃহে জন্মল গাভীর রাখাল পূর্ণে হইলাম আমি ব্রাহ্মণ খাওয়াল।
In my last birth, I was born in the family of cowherd. Clearly indicate that one being cows and protecting them. Unfortunately, people have become fools that they do not even care about the words of an authority. People generally commend lowly members of the society will get the greatest benefit. Heeding this instruction by the Lord, people should calves in return to get ample quantities of milk. There is no loss in serving the cows and calves, but modern human society has become so degraded that instead of the cows and serving them, people are killing them.
So, the point here is that cows and calves should be protected.
So the point here is the calves should be protected.
They should not be killed.
They be killed.
And actually, the cows give milk almost to their death.
And actually the cows, they give milk almost to their death.
I mean, 1 or 2 years they live after, maximum 1 or 2 years they live after stopping milk.
Maximum 1 or 2 years they live after stopping milk.
So, one can maintain the cows, protect them,
So one can maintain the cows and protect them.
and then actually the urine is a medicine used and all the fields nowadays, organic vegetables, grains.
Just as nowadays they have organic vegetables and grains.
They can have also ahimsa intelligence.
It gives finer intelligence to the human beings.
So the International Society of Krishna Consciousness is protecting cows because we're killing animals.
শরণ গ্রহণ ও প্রেম লাভ সর্বজ্ঞ।
Confused. Purport. It appears that the astrologer not only was a knower of past, present, and future through astrological calculation, but he was a great meditator as well. Therefore, he was a great devotee. You could see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be the same personality as Krishna, and the form I saw in my meditation are one and the same. If I see any difference, this is an act of your illusory energy. Purport. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anya. In the vision of a perfect Divanya Mahaprabhu, he became perfectly self-realized that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are one and the same Supreme Person.
So this astrologer, he had a special mercy.
So this astrologer, he had a special mercy.
I could see Lord Chaitanya was not different from Krishna.
That he could see that Lord Chaitanya,
The same Supreme Person.
they were the same Supreme Person.
And Chaitanya said is one sense true.
What Lord Chaitanya said is in one sense true.
The previous birth, he had passed time as Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj.
In his previous birth, and now he had come as Sri Chaitanya Prabhu.
So Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself.
So Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself,
With the heart of Radharani and the
with the heart of Radharani and the color of Radharani.
জ্যোতিষীকে কৃপা ও প্রেম দান, যে হও সে হও তুমি, তোমাকে নমস্কার। প্রভু তারে প্রেম দিয়া কইল পুরস্কার।
The all-knowing astrologer concluded, whatever you may be or whoever you may be, I offer my faith that it did not take place
ecclesiastical.
or ecclesiastical.
And then the other would give him some alms.
And then alms.
So he came to the house of Lord Chaitanya,
So he came to the house of Lord Chaitanya
offered his astrological service.
to offer his astrological service.
Then he saw that Lord Chaitanya was Krishna.
But then he saw that Lord Chaitanya was Krishna.
He said, whatever you are,
He said, whatever you are,
whoever you may be,
whoever you may be,
I offer my respectful obeisances to you.
I offer my respectful obeisances to you.
And in remuneration, the Lord gave him all of Krishna.
And in remuneration, the Lord gave him love of Krishna.
Haribo!
Haribo!
Gauranga!
Gauranga! Thus ends the chapter. Lord Chaitanya awards the gift of love of Krishna to an astrologer.
He was told by the others, like this, to get the complete picture of the Lord's pastimes, one needs to see all the books. So that may not be. I'm trying to combine all these books so that one can get complete vision of the pastimes of the Lord.
Divine lotus feet. If we break fast today with the Ekadasi Prasadam, I remember you saying that one.
The sunset.
They fast till
Prasad.
and then they take prasadam.
Sorry to take,
Voluntarily accept that.
since we have a deity of Lord Nrsimhadev.
Since we have a deity of Lord Nrsimhadev,
Just as devotees who have a deity of Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman,
just as devotees who have the deity of Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman,
they observe the fasting on Ram Navami,
they observe the fasting on Ramanavami,
and they also do Abhishek for Sita Devi.
and they also do Abhishek for Sita Devi.
And we do that for Radha and Krishna.
So we do that for Radha and Krishna.
If someone accidentally breaks the Ekadasi,
If someone accidentally breaks Ekadashi,
then we saw that Prabhupada would observe it on Trayodasi.
we saw that Prabhupada would observe it on Trayodashi.
Because after accidentally breaking Ekadasi,
Because after breaking or after accidentally breaking Ekadashi,
he would still follow the rest of the Ekadasi
He would still follow the rest of the Ekadashi
without grains.
without grains.
And then next day was Dwadasi, he'd break the Ekadasi and have grains.
And next day was Dwadashi, he would break the Ekadashi and have grains.
But then he would observe the Trayodasi, the 13th day,
But then he would observe the Trayodashi, the 13th day,
like Ekadasi,
like Ekadashi,
as a prayashchitta.
as a prayashchitta.
And normally I always observe Ekadasi.
Normally, I always observe Ekadashi.
And by Krishna's mercy, I normally don't break it.
And by Krishna's mercy, I normally don't break it.
But a few Ekadashis ago,
But a few Ekadashis ago,
one Bhakta was making the salad.
a new bhakta was making the salad.
I don't know how a new Bhakta was allowed to see.
So I had to observe it again on Trayodashi.
So that's what I know.
So that is what I know.
Question from last Chaitanya Leela class. Ojaswini Radhika Devidasi. Hare Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Question. Guru Maharaj, being Lord Shiva a great Vaishnava, why he cannot take anyone Sampradaya, a bona fide Sampradaya, they cannot go back to Godhead some way?
No, the members of the Rudra Sampradaya
The members of the Rudra Sampradaya
can go back to Krishna,
can go back to Krishna,
can go back to Godhead.
can go back to Godhead.
They're one of the four Vaishnava Sampradayas.
They are one of the four Vaishnava Sampradayas.
Someone who worships Shiva as the Supreme Person of Godhead,
Someone who worships Shiva as the Supreme Personality of God,
he cannot go back to Godhead.
go back to the spiritual world.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Today, Khannya. 760402. So you can send WhatsApp message, and His Holiness Bhakti Vijay Bhagavad Swami Maharaj is manning this virtual table. This is dedicated for only book distribution of Srila Guru Maharaj as implementing the personal instruction of Srila him. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.